your day the MVP way, where you are the MVP, no negative vibes.
12 minutes past 9 a.m. Shoni Morning Vibes. We're officially in hour 4 of the show. Ucha lisi alikuwa nafaa kwa mapa asimame nini? Since akona experience hapo ya uprezo mzee. Na anaweza tufikisha first world. Frasha. Frasha.
Fast food.
Mambo za fast food tumekataa mzee. Unajua this week Wakenya wamefind out kweli waru via nini chips. Chipsy waru maze. But welcome to the show. Of course, if you're just tuning in, we had asked you, nilikuwa nimepatiana clues hapo. We've got a very special guest mwenye alikuwa to join. First clue ilikuwa ni Charlie wa Kenya, second clue ilikuwa Salia lingia mziki. Hakuwa solo, third clue ilikuwa Charlie anatoka hapa Eastern maze.
Sasa nimecheki mse fulani Twitter amecomment akasema nani? Ati Peter Tosh.
Imagine. Labda kuna beshte. Unajua siku hizi wa Kenya wanakuanga. Mimi nimemitichalia hapa nini East London ito. Bob Marley. So kusema Bob Marley mabeshte wake wanajua nani mnaongea juu yake.
Kweli.
Na si sister Jackie Marley. Wanakumbuka kuna time Wakenya walikuwa wanajiita Marley. Oh my god. Anyway, so we got Frasha in the studio. If you guessed it, you got it correct. Actually nobody got it correct. Watu wamenipatia majina zingine hapa. Hata kuna msema amegesa nani Smarty Things.
Nani.
Anyway, so thank you so much for making it here in studio Frasha maze.
Thanks a lot for having me on box.
Nani ukanga amedunga hivi asubuhi 6 am hata kulikuwa na you're just looking so fresh man.
Mimi kwanza nimetoka kwa keja kama 5:30 sawa. Lakini mimi ni ule mzee wa swaga bala. Yani mimi kwa fresh all day.
Hey, so we're going to talk about your political aspirations. We're also going to be talking about crossing over kutoka mziki na kuingia. Kuna vitu mobs zimekuwa zikifanyika, so keep it right here Morning Vibes. And if you got any questions for Frasha, incoming MCA wa area gani? Waambie. MCA wa area gani?
Mimi ni MCA pale at River Township, which is in Machakos. Kwanza kani mokezi andoba maumutie ni ate ni mwamukaneza.
All right, there you have it. When we come back, tunaingia kwa conversation. Yes, Timaya anasema bang.
This is the Modern Vibes on Vibes Radio.
2 minutes past 9 a.m. Yes, indeed. You're hanging out with Combox, your captain of good vibes.
And the comic sounds of Riley. Karibu za Combox.
Yani Riley.
Umeni confused.
Even though Machali uniambia. So yani tuseme Riley huko unajintroduce kwa Combox.
Nimesema sounds of Riley.
All right, love it. And we also got Frasha. Baby, hebu introduce.
Yeah man, ya jamaa mtu wenye wa Frasha kama gay.
So we're going to be talking about UMCA. Lakini kwanza nataka unajua leo ni Friday.
Yeah man.
Ati kabla tuingie ready mo zilituambia kabla uingie muziki ulikuwa unafanya nini?
Yeah, nilikuwa MC wa Reggae jo.
Wallan Shatter.
Greetings in the name of the Most High Lord of Lords, Kings of King, conquering the Lion and the tribe of Judah. Yeah, Rastafari. Yeah man, you big up on yourself all massive and crew.
Only Frasha.
Only Frasha.
Say ulikuwa unajita Rasfrash.
Nilikuwa naitwa MC Cheesy. Yeah man.
Rebels and reggae heads, start your day the MVP way, where you are the MVP, no negative vibes.
Captain of good vibes, Comic Combox, Sounds of Riley, and of course, Frasha in studio. Frasha, asante sana for making time to be here with us.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Sasa tuingie kwa nini politics. Actually, before we get into politics, mziki maze. Kwani muliwachana tu na hii mziki?
I think kama venye unasikiaga watu kwa politics wakisema wazee watoke kwa game. Mimi ndio pia nimezeeka kidogo, maybe it's time to have a new generation of artists. Na pia guide the next generation of artists.
Hey, but bro man, ukisikia kama msika UB40 maze, I mean they be 60 right now but they still be doing music.
Yeah, but like they don't have like music every year. So it's when it's necessary ndio utapata wamekam kufanya shows. Sangine wako wote pamoja, same way tuko but doesn't mean that nimeacha love yangu ya music. You know, maybe in the future akili yangu kisha settled with the things that I'm doing, maybe I'll get back to music.
And thinking about, you know, I mean, we have to ask of course about P Unit, because I mean most of us like tumekuwa hapo kuanzia jani ya P Unit ikianza tangu Gabua chene na Paulina akuja join nyinyi
na group yao ilikuwa inaitwa Raptors.
Na
unajua ni hapo mtaani tu.
Na one solid thing yenye najua kutoka hiyo, ukiangalia Gabu P Unit ilimjenga
sana
kimwili especially.
Baga.
Ukiangalia unajua nani tena muziki ilimjenga? Meja mazi.
Yo Meja.
Sasa. Sasa alikuwa anaongelesha landlord. Nilikuwa naona mashavu, nilikuwa naona cheekbone. Alikuwa anaweza kuwa model.
Anaweza ambia landlord, wewe ni jaribu kunitoa.
Anyway, so of course we have to ask, because P Unit maze is close to our heart. Umetupatia you know, hits on hits. Is there a possibility of more music from the three of you?
Yes, there is. We're just doing different things. As you know, so Gabu is vying for MCA. Nakimizana hapo na kina DNG and the rest. Bona got into green
architecture.
Buildings. Yeah. And so I think as we grow up as musicians, we also know that when I'm in the entertainment world, I'm actually serving the people, you know. Na sengine your family suffers, you know, at some point. So I think ilikuwa time poa sisi ku take a break, to concentrate on other things, to concentrate also with raising our families, because job ya entertainment it's tough. You're not always at home. Na kila ile time watu yo unafaa kuwa home na watu ndio uko job, unajua. So I think it was about time, and we did music for almost 17 years, man. So it was quite a long time.
17 years, man. Woo! 17 years. 17 years ago ulikuwa wapi?
Sisemi kitu.
Mimi najua pale ulikuwa.
Nilikuwa wapi?
Ulikuwa shule, sasa umefunga tai? Primo.
Ukweli.
Swing left. Swing right. We're coming back with more conversation.
Morning Vibes, where you are the MVP. No negative vibes.
But anyway, we're speaking to Man's Life Frasha, who is vying for MCA seat.
In Athi River.
Yeah. Naona mtu ashatuma tweet hapa, ni nani huyu anasema hiki tu ushachukua by asubuhi mapema.
Nashukuru.
But it can't be easy getting from music. Unajua muziki ni kitu yenye talent ilikuwa. There was no arguing. Every time ulikuwa unachomwa ngoma hivi inaenda straight to number 1. Hakuna ku-argue. Lakini politics ni different. Kuna ku-argue a lot. How are you finding it?
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is transition, you know, from this to the next level. You know, I had the same problem when I was getting from medicine into entertainment, because your time to find a job again, it was hard for me to convince people that I can still be serious and still do music. For some reason, you can not do entertainment. It's like it's not a serious business, you know. But I was able to transit from medicine into music, and then I formed a foundation that has been running for right now for around 6-7 years now. And all through my life has been about service, has been about serving people. You know, in medicine I was serving people. When I got into entertainment, same thing. Foundation was still serving people. And for me to get into politics is just a way of serving people in a different way. Because my vision for life has been always to serve people and to serve humanity. And it's just the difference that naingia into politics, whereby I have to belong to a certain party, you know, to belong to certain values. But it's still the same me who's doing it, you know. I still have the same passion for people. I still want to see young people, you know, developing. I still want to see young people getting prepared better for the next for the future.
But what was that tipping point? You know, usually you talk about it, you'll be like, oh, me, kuna siku moja, lakini what was that tipping point that was just like, enough, today's the day?
Yeah, I think ile kitu ilifanya, first of all, I jumped was my foundation, because I remember there was a time that I'd been sponsored by one of the companies to do something in Machakos, at a place called Katani.
Yeah.
And when we went to deliver whatever we were delivering, tulikuwa tunakatazwa na police was to deliver what we were. Okay, I had been given a tuk-tuk to help people with disabilities, for them to be able to be coming down for therapy from inaenda inawachukua, because you see these people with disabilities already wako na shida. So they wouldn't come down for therapy so when I went to do that, we were stopped by police because we didn't involve the local leadership. And for me, how does this involve UMCA? Because I'm trying to help the people. So nikakuja kurealize, also this is how the system works, and there is no way you can jump your system. So I said, maybe this is time for me to move. Sitaki kuja kuomba ruhusa mtu. Nataka kama nikuja kusaidia, acha basi mimi nikuja kusaidia. Let me help without being that MCA or being that MP of that area. Let me help the people that are from where I come from. And that's how I decided at the river to first start from at the river, because hapo ndo nimegrow, ndio mtaa yangu.
Speaking of mtaa yako mazee, nakumbuka ukinileta at the river.
Yeah, man.
You look like what? It's like over 10 years ago.
10 years, man.
This is the Modern Vibes on Vibes Radio.
We are in studio with Frasha, and of course tunaongea juu mambo politics, mambo muziki. Before we took the break, tulikuwa tunaongea juu a lot of artists want make that crossover. I think one of the first ones was Chalia anaitwaje huyu wa Ridiculous.
KJ. Mongare.
Alafu ndio KJ. Wakaingia. Alafu sasa tumeona pia Jaguar. We're seeing a lot of artists, especially hata hii msimu tunaona kuna celebs, ma artists wengi wanaingia. What are the challenges? Ukiingia kwa ground hapo kuna wenye mtu anakuona haiwezi ni msewa muziki mazee.
First of all is trying to brush that mimi mtu wa muziki, politics affects everyone. Ukwe wa muziki, ukwe mama wa mboga, ukwe nani, msewa nduthi, politics inaku affect, because all policies are made on a political level. So the biggest problem too ni whoever you choose, are they leaders or wanataka kukaa kwa meza wa dish ama wanataka kuingia jikoni wapike wasabu.
Hapa si kuanga na segment inaitwa mjadala. Na kila time si ongezi mambo za politics. Hata juzi nilikuwa nauliza say venye unajua Rao alimake some utterances akasema place pali dozi inatoka za opponent wake. Akasema ni dozi inaibiwa. So tukauliza say hapa unajali pali msee anatoa dozi zake za campaign, and the conversation ilikuwa zima zeleta do endelea na maisha yako.
I think that's ni kitu sad sana, because there's something called integrity in leadership. Na kama uwezi kuja uangalie Frasha useme Frasha do business as a legit person, na ndio do ameget, na ndio nje amepitia. I think in terms of integrity, watu wengi wangefail kama ingekuwa inachukuliwa serious in our country, but it's not being taken seriously. People don't care because of the poverty levels. Mtu ajali mahali pesa yako imetoka, unataka kufanya nini, and this in turn because of your idea, watu hawajali, inafanya watu wanaiba zaidi from government, because they know once you steal, and in our generation umeona watu wameiba na hakuna kitu kimefanyika. So hata wewe unataka kuingia in politics pia uibe pia wewe, juu ushaona kitu hakuna kitu kitafanyika. So for me I think it's very important for people to have integrity and to know where somebody's wealth has come from, so that mtu unaweza sema huyu jamaa alitoka hapa akaenda hapa, because leadership is about examples. What examples are you setting for the next generation of leaders?
I mean, ukisema integrity watu wanajua tu ile yenye iko hapo Valley Road, ile center. Hapo ni hapo tu. After that ukishapita Valley Road hakuna integrity. Hakuna integrity. Inakwanga tu in that spot. But I mean, generally just around the world, leadership is changing. We're seeing a lot of young people who are we've seen prime ministers who are 34, we're seeing presidents who are younger and younger, parliament which is getting younger and younger. Recently, people were having a conversation about dressing in parliament. And I was of the thinking that, as the leadership is getting younger, then some policies also need to change. I like how Frasha dresses. I mean, I also love to see him in a suit, but whether he rocks a suit or he rocks the way he's rocking, it doesn't change what he has to say. True. What do you think about that?
Yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes, and this, as I told you, I've been in different levels of careers, you know. The same thing used to happen when I was in Aga Khan. Nilikuwa naona watu, kuna venye mtu anakuchukulia, doctors, you can't put on dreads, hawezi nyoa sijui aje, you know, you can't dress up in some way. Hata at home, you know, the way naweza kuja home mother niangalie zile, hey, kama wana weke hata ende umonde, yani umevaaje leo, yani, you know. But I think what matters is what is in between your ears, you know. What are you able to offer? And this generation, and especially new generation, you know, it's not about how you dress. Like no stereotype, but there's a point of you have to dress according to the occasion. Leo ni Friday, always expect sasa nikuja hapa na suit na tie, but maybe ingekuwa Monday ama Tuesday ningekuja nimedunga official, you know, depending on the occasion of that day. I think it is important for you to dress, but again, it's your own personality, it's your own beliefs, is what you present to the people.
Yeah, I love that. All right, when we come back, you have to dress for the occasion. You have to know where you're dressing.
I'll give you a good example. Shona Rao. Rao akienda kwa coast anapiga kuna siku nyingine alipiga zingine watu wakaanza kusema ni mbwakni, but
zile majiz
unajua, but ana try to appeal to a certain nini of people, you know. And I think that is important for you to be able to learn the occasion. And by the way, today is Nani's birthday.
Yeah, it's the 5th. Sana nasema as in, okay, since muna dress hivyo, so ukienda kwa mayutu na unatafuta outfits za mayutu, ukienda kwa mama unatafuta outfit ya mama, ukienda kwa labda tuseme street kids, unavaa sasa nguo zimetaruka, si unasema lazima uappeal.
Morning vibes where you are the MVP.
10 a.m. Big up to everybody who's tuned in right now. Of course, tuko karibu kumaliza show. Just 10 minutes imebaki mazee. The good vibes are flowing. But it must come to an end. Man, Frasha, thank you so much for coming through.
Man, thanks a lot.
Najua nilikuambush lakini
haiko hivyo. Nikwambia ukisema tuende tunaenda.
Aliambushika.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, this week tumeona vitu mob sana. Watu hiyo wamerudi shule. Na najua kuna message ya watu waathiriwa.
Yeah, man.
Unawaambia wasome kwa bidii.
Kabisa. Na wasare madre.
Lakini unajua this week kuna a big conversation that has been going down, of course, about drug testing students in school.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had this as a whole conversation hapa kwa mjadala. Na watu walikuwa wanasema, wa drug testiwa kwa sababu watu wana take drugs hapo shule nini. What are your thoughts on this, guys? I mean, I know that there's been crazy students unrest. You're an incoming MCA.
Yeah.
And these are some of the things that you're going to have to deal with, like in your county.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, whatever is happening in schools it's a reflection of what the iniquities, if I may say, za sisi kama parents. Unajua zile ukiangalia most of the parents, because they are leaving our kids to be raised by either the educational system, you know, by other people, it may lead into a lot of alcoholism. You know, I run a foundation that does HIV and AIDS. Now, ukiangalia in terms of infections zimego higher, you know, and all these problems ziko kwa watu ndio, but ni reflection yetu, unajua. So ndio ni poa watu wanaongea this conversation, but there is again why are we taking this too far instead of starting from the cause of this. The cause si ati lazima okay, so ukijua mtu ame fail drug test, anatumia what next, what do you do next, you know. Before we get there, we need to kwanza na hii conversation ya mimi kama parent, how am I taking care of my kids, you know, how are you advising your kids, tuache kupeleka blame kwa gava. Okay, so tumepima watu hii alafu mtu amepima alafu
mimi nilikuwa tu na swali moja, msee anaweza kuchukua drugs na usijue?
Huwezi.
As in, si kuna venye kutakuwa na signs and symptoms za mbona unakaa macho ziko red, mbona macho nini eyelids zinakaka lips, hebu kuja hapa zimevimba, you know what I mean? And then that's the one who's tested. To test everybody, to me sounds like the school is trying to, you know, tender for drug kits. I don't know.
Kama kuna mtu
ashaleta brackets manze. And more importantly, I mean, yes, it's not every school that was burnt down.
Yeah.
It's not every student that participated, but tumeona vitu zingine crazy parliament. Yeah. Maybe we should have parliamentarians also do drug tests. Some of the things in tunaona, they look like drugs.
Tuseme kabla kwa kiongozi lazima upite drug test.
Kati tunafanya watu hivi.
Itaanguka yote.
Hey! All right. Of course, as we step out of the studio, I know that you've got a final word, and we will be speaking some more. Of course, you're invited here in studio. After tushafanya iyo party nominations, there's a lot of conversations that need to be done as we head towards the election. But what is your final word kwa wase wenye wanakusikia mayouth, maybe wenye wanataka kuingia kwa politics, labda mwenye alikuwa kwa mziki?
Yeah, maybe kitu naweza sema kwa everyone out there is, first of all, you can be whatever you want to be. The reason why me personally nimeingia politics ni just to motivate someone out there kuonesha unaweza toka tu mtaa fulani ufanye vitu zako usome and still be a leader in that kwa hiyo mtaa, because hakuna shule inafundisha gati wewe ni politician unafundishwa na mtaa yako venye shida zile unapitia hapo kwa mtaa yako, na ukipata influence platform ya unaweza change hizi vitu. That's what you start by doing, so you can do and be whatever you want to be wherever you are. But due tunaingia season ya politics, to every young person out there, please usitumike, yani usiende kupiga jirani yako ama yani isifike your place, because we've seen this country whereby politicians have used the young people, to fight each other. Hii time kama unataka kudishi we dishi, but please isifike mahali mtu yoyote unaweza amka uende ukapige neighbor yako maze. That for me, that's hapo ndio unajisikia watu wamekutumia vibaya yani. So out there now, especially pale Athi River, na najua kuna mayouth wengi pale Athi River wananisikiza. Please, yani Athi River ijaikuwa we've never been violent at any point. So I just hope we remain peaceful as a country. We can do politics. Politics is for only a short period of time. After hiyo bado tutaishi pamoja. So take care of your neighbors and your families.
Love that message. Thank you so much, Frasha, for coming through. Let's get integrity go Valley Road. Na pia Frasha konayo amesema. All right, so as we are about to step out of the studio, I'm going to leave you with Sounds of Riley. Msikia Frasha amesema you can be anything you want to be. You can be something new. Like D Major and Busy Signal. Tukutane Monday, same time, same place. Adios, amigos. Have a good Friday.
Morning Vibes, where you are the MVP. No negative vibes.